Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so let's get into a real quick reading. What is your person dreaming about the future at this time? So thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see for my viewer's person? What are they thinking about regarding the connection going into the future? What are their thoughts, beliefs? What do they want going forward? What would they say to my viewer about the things we're going to see? Okay. All right. Conscious mind about the connection. They know that there's progress being made. They definitely want to remove certain individuals from the mix. What do you want? So this implies that there are kind of placeholder energies, status quo beliefs, things that are lingering out of habit, convenience, that your person is considering totally walking away from. Or in some cases, there are other viable options for romance on your side or theirs. And they're in a little bit of ambiguity right now about what you truly want. That might mean because they think you have options. It might also be because they have somebody on their side they're keeping around just in case they can't have you. It's kind of a little bit of a wishy-washy carryover energy, but it's a growth process, so no judgment. But it's like keeping options in the peripheries or fear of you doing that. Okay, what are they thinking about you in the connection? That there hasn't been the kind of growth that you both deserve or truly desire. Going into the future, they really want to see if this is love. So this can be that they have a hunch this could be the real thing, but it hasn't had a chance to kick off yet, to really deepen, to really get to know each other in the physical. There's a soul connection here that's definitely felt. The fruits of it have been felt. The changes that have occurred in your lives have been felt, but it hasn't been in the physical. It's been in the energetic realms. And so they would like to see if it could ground with you. They're wondering if you would want that. What would they say? I just dream and wish for everything. So they wonder if you see that there could be this full potential, even though it has fallen short already. It's kind of like a hopeless romantic vibe that they always thought when they met the one that it would be perfect from the get-go and never have a falter. And because this connection has faltered, it actually requires unconditional love. Not that fake sort of can do no wrong. This is a real connection with real history and real circumstances. I'm getting that they really want it all with you, but they are not sure where you stand right now, all things said and done. What are they thinking about on the heart space, or what are they feeling on the heart space? Yeah, higher love. They're looking at how this is effortless. They don't have to really, it's not contrived. They don't have to manufacture it or pretend or stage it. In fact, their games didn't work. Magician in the reverse can be manipulation. And so despite any attempts to thwart the connection, the higher love has prevailed. No matter what has been thrown at this connection by them, by you, by the cosmos, higher love prevails. What would they say? A sex in the inverse. So honestly, there may have been, I just heard sex magic. There may have been attempts to chalk this up to just a sexual chemistry, and it may have been treated as such. It may have been treated like a karmic sexcapades, I just heard, but higher love won out. So it stood the test of time because it wasn't flimsy. So it may have started off passionately, or for some, it may not have kicked off sexually at all. It might have been too intimidating that way. Take it how it resonates for you, regardless of any kind of insecurities and therefore games being played. The higher love has won. So on the heart space, your person is wanting to acknowledge that it has come to their awareness that despite all of the tests, trials, and tribulations, they see this as more than just a sexual connection. It is truly a spiritual, love-based connection. I just heard they are considering that the chemistry felt is an aspect of alignment. Because it's been unexplainable, the guides are saying, because it hasn't made sense to your person why they have such an affinity for you and why you are so familiar and why they just seem to have a resonance with you. It didn't make sense before, but now they're beginning to wonder if that alignment or that resonance they feel with you, the familiarity, is an energetic alignment that indicates you're the one. What are they feeling on the heart space that they would like to deepen going forward? They truly feel this is in divine timing. They are ready for a leap of faith towards you here, but they are still waiting for the wheel to turn. They're still waiting for a lucky break, an in. What would they say? You are right. So I just heard you're worth waiting for. Whatever this is that isn't fully clicking just yet, they've got their sights set on you, I just heard. So on their heart space, they are ready for a connection with someone like you. They just want it to fall into place. Take that how it resonates. What are they wishing to manifest? They are still looking at their life purpose and trying to energetically tune in to what that needs to be at this stage. What would they say to you about it? Will you choose me? So they really feel you're in alignment, viewer, and they feel maybe they've got a little bit of catching up to do with regard to life purpose. They are wondering if you will choose them if they don't quite know what their purpose is or will be. If they can't articulate it or they haven't found a way to make money with their purpose, they're wondering if that's going to be up to par, if they don't know what they're here for, what it all means. If they are kind of uncertain if they have anything that would match you that way, they're wondering if you would still choose them. Oh, what can we see on the action frontier? Okay, they want to know what to say that will remove you from feeling trapped and powerless. They don't want you to feel like they don't love you, but they don't know how to speak to you or what to say that will make the difference. They don't feel like they have a lot to offer. So all they have really to offer is their authenticity. Pardon, Suka. I left the door open and she went into the yard. What would they say? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, they're beginning to realize that what they have to offer is their incentive, their brainstorming, their will. It's almost like they are being stopped from having anything material realm to offer, really. Like it's paling in comparison to offering their soul, their heart, their essence to the connection. It's coming down to that they have to offer themselves into the connection. So what I'm getting, what is their biggest challenge? Wow, so we got the card of teamwork in the 3D, but there's some kind of strategy they've got right now that they may catch themselves out here. I think they're trying to leave something behind without anybody knowing that they have been secretly working in unison with you somehow. So this implies that there's some kind of, like, they're looking over their shoulder. So whatever this is, it feels like they've been trying not to tell you or others what they've been up to better themselves, to try and elevate, to try and match you. It's almost like a little bit of them trying to create a construct, a mask that would look like it's compatible with you, viewer. So even if you haven't heard from them or seen them in a while, they're adopting some of your ways, I'm hearing, as a camouflage. And it feels like somebody's going to notice that they are showing up in the world with different clothes on, or, different mannerisms or different hobbies. And the secret's going to be let out of the bag as to why that is. I miss you, do you? So they're trying to keep you close to them by mimicking, I just heard, something that you're doing. It can be a good, pleasant surprise, 11/11. So make a wish that it is. It doesn't have to be something that would be undesirable. This can be a pleasant surprise, some hobby or skill they're learning behind the scenes that will delight you. With the 2 swords standing in the distance, they are thinking of you and them together, and then trying to make other changes in their lives that others are starting to notice. What can we see as the solution for this? Wow. Okay, the solution for this is inner nurture, but this is also more than friends and housing situation. This is a card of creature comforts and safe home scenarios. So they might not be telling friends, family, you that they would love to live with you, but the solution here is 2-part. It's in part that they need to find their own comfort because they're individuating from things that are not aligned, and they're not yet fully aligned with you, viewer. So they're kind of like in between worlds. So the advice here is to keep focused on deepening this and moving towards alignment here, more comfort together. But right now it has to be a faith-based motion where they're finding comfort within. What would they say to you about this? I am coming, trust. So they're doing whatever it takes to make decisions now in the in-between that will lend themselves to wholeness when divine timing strikes. What is the next few weeks? Wow, so we are seeing letting go of third parties. So what else did we see there? We saw that they were walking away from certain things and others might start to catch on. We saw the very beginning message where they are eliminating other extra energies that aren't coming forward. Some of those extra energies could be convenience lovers, just for sex, friends with benefits, backup plan. I'm even hearing people that they have said things like, let's get married if we don't find anyone in 20 years, kind of thing. Like backup plans, they're letting go. This is the player temptation card in the inverse, and this transformation. They're not cheapening intimacy anymore. It feels like they are deepening their reverence for sexual connection. They're changing the way they look at it. They're seeing that non-monogamy and settling for those who are not a match but still being intimate sexually with, that is, they're outgrowing that. What would they say to you? Have I lost everything? So their player ways, or their choices. They're disintegrated. Not everybody feels like it's a flex to come across as a player. So if that has been the case with your person, they're realizing the errored thinking. If they just had this reputation for being non-committal, and because they were so insecure, they were clinging to things that were easy, they now realize that if they want the real thing, they've got to let go of those insecurities and the actions associated with those insecurities, because they're now realizing that some option that they kept open, or some way of being or thinking that didn't resonate as solid, committed, grounded energy, has caused them to possibly be missing out on your connection. Let's see what your person's biggest fear is right now with regard to your connection. What is my viewer's person's biggest fear? Yeah, that their defensiveness has caused them to push you away one too many times. Do they want to overcome that for my viewer? Yeah, they're looking for a way. They're curious, they're open, they're researching, they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure out how to make a difference. This person is not looking at the viewer, so either they don't know how, or they are trying to figure out how they can do it without having a lot of guilt. What will my viewer's person do in the near future? Well, they're going to find a way to pull some strings and move some energy forward. So they're realizing that they have more empowerment in this connection, in this scenario, than they thought. That when they step onto more of a focus, that their transformation speeds up. It's a free will thing. So they are seeing the connection with their free will. I gotta go get my dog. Okay, many blessings. Bye.